principals who, despite of their extremely busy schedule, took time to grace this event with our presence. We are very much thankful to each and every one of you parents who have taken out time to be a part of this event to help us launch this Allen Overseas first offline center in Kuwait. Thank you so much for your presence. Lighting the lamp in a way, an invocation of the waves of knowledge that are activated on stage. It also means keeping the waves of knowledge generated on the knowledge imparting stage constantly active. Through the medium of flames of the lamp, with this noble thought, let us start this evening by lighting the lamp. For the same, I would like to invite Mr. 𝐀𝐍 𝐎𝐯 sir, Managing Director, Allen Overseas, Abhishek sir, Michael Sachdeva sir, 𝐀𝐋𝐿 𝐎𝐈𝐧𝐧𝐨𝐰 sir, Harsh sir, Mr. Sheikh Abdul Rahman sir, Mrs. Noof Al Essa ma'am, Mr. Vinukumar Nair sir, Mr. Amir Mohammed sir, Mr. Agnello A.S. Fernandez sir, Mr. S.N. Raju sir. Before we start the journey of Allen Overseas, why we are here, I would like to invite our Managing Director sir, and along with him, I would like to invite Michael Sachdeva sir to kindly felicitate our Managing Director sir. Michael sir, Abhishek sir, 𝐀𝐋𝐿 sir, can we please have you on the stage to felicitate 𝐀𝐍 sir?
Sorry, the youngest director we have here, and really visionary person, and really cares about the study of children, especially in Gulf, because sir himself studied from the Gulf. That's why, just only few words for you.
Thank you, sir. Allen Overseas was founded on April 18, 1988 in Qatar and started coaching overseas students in 2019. Allen has today become a synonym of success. Allen Career Institutes prepare students for school curriculum-based competitive exams. This is nation's most trusted educational institute. With 34 years of legacy in pre-medical, pre-engineering and other Olympiad and entrance exams, now we are going forward with our journey to launch physical centers in all the Gulf countries. Already in last 2 years, we have shown significant presence in UAE. We have our 5 centers running offline in UAE, and now Oman and Kuwait have their first offline centers launched in this year. With the inspiring progress from vision to reality, today we have a record number of 3,01,448 students who are currently studying in Allen in academic year 23-24. As far as our presence is concerned, we are almost present in all the major cities in India. Along with that, in the Gulf, we are present with our online classes in Bahrain, Qatar, Oman, UAE. In addition to that, we have offline centers in Kuwait, UAE, Oman now, and next year we are probably going to scale it up. How this journey started? So this journey started probably in 2019 September, where we started our journey in Doha with 180 To be a part of this grand launch, I would again request Mr. Sheikh Abdul Rahman Sir, Chairman ICSK Board, Mrs. Noof Al Essa Ma'am, Director, Innova International School, Mr. Venu Kumar Nair Sir, Vice Chairman ICSK Board, Mr. Amer Sir, Secretary ICSK Board, Mr. Agnello Fernandez Sir, Joint Secretary ICSK Board, Mr. Faiz Al-Ruwah, Deputy General Manager Aeon Gulf, Mr. Mustafa Shikora, Chairman Arabian Link Kuwait, Ms. Mubaraka Tahir Bhai, Director Sales General Trading Company and Arabian Link Company. I'll request all of you members to kindly come on the stage and please launch. Have the lights down so that we can show the video. So can you please look into the volume of the video? So can we have the video volume, please? So it's fine. We are just having our countdown. 7, 6, 5. We are going probably faster. 4, 3, 2, 1. I want cheers from all our budding students who have joined this year. Sir, thank you, sirs. Thank you, ma'am, for your kind support. I'll request Mr. 𝐾𝐻𝐍 𝐎𝐻𝐿, sir, to kindly be on the stage to felicitate our guest members. I would now request Mr. Sheikh Abdul Rahman, sir, Chairman ICSK Board, to please come on the stage for the felicitation. Now I would like to invite Mrs. Noof Al Essa ma'am, Director, Innova International School, for the felicitation. I would like to invite Mr. Amer, sir, Secretary, ICSK Board, to be felicitated by KM, sir. I would now invite Mr. Faisal Ed Al-Ruwais, sir, Deputy General Manager, Aeon Gulf. And along with him, I would like to invite Abhishek Sharma, sir, to felicitate, sir. I would like to invite Mr. Mustafa Shikora sir, Chairman, Arabian Link, Kuwait, to be felicitated with Keshav sir along with Abhishek Sharma sir. Thank you, sirs. I would now like to invite Ms. Mubaraka Tahir Bhai ma'am, Director Sales, General Trading Company and Arabian Link Company, to be felicitated by Michael Sachdeva sir. I would now request Abhishek Sharma sir to please come on the stage to invite and felicitate Dr. V. Binumohan sir, Principal ICSK Senior. I have Mr. Rajesh Nair sir to be on the stage. He is a principal of ICSK School, Oman branch. Now I would like to invite Mr. Gangadhar Srisat sir, ICSK Khaitan branch principal, to be felicitated by Abhishek Sharma sir. Mrs. Shirley Dennis ma'am, Principal ISEK. Mrs. Sheeja Chempan ma'am, Principal ICSK Junior Branch. Mr. T. Prem Kumar sir, Principal, Indian Education School, Kuwait, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. We don't have sir over here. Thank you sir, thank you for your time. Next I would like to invite Michael Sachdeva sir. Sister Christy Mary, Principal, Carmel School, Khaitan. Ma'am, I request you to kindly. Mrs. Asha Sharma ma'am, Principals, Indian Learners Own Academy, Kuwait. Dr. Pradap Felix sir, Principal, New Gulf Indian sir, Indian School, Kuwait. Sir, I would like to invite you. Mrs. Elizabeth Joseph, ma'am, Principal, United International Indian School. Mr. Radha Krishnan, sir, Principal, United Indian School, Kuwait. Miss Anita Sadanan, ma'am, Principal, New Indian School. Mrs. Tasneem Billa, ma'am, Principal, AMSB Indian School. Next, I would like to invite 𝐀𝐋𝐿, sir. Can we please have Mrs. Sabahat Khan, ma'am, Principal, Kuwait Indian School. Mrs. Anama Cherian, ma'am, Principal, Indian Public School. Dr. Anis Ahmed, sir, Salmia, Indian Model School Principal. Do we have Father Bosco Agnello Di Mello, sir, Principal, Indian English Academy School? Do we have Mr. Mahesh Padmanabh Iyer, sir, Principal, Smart Indian School, Bhavans? Mrs. Sujata Shivakrishnan, ma'am, Principal, Indian Central School. Mrs. 𝐁𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿 Suresh ma'am, Principal, India International School. Okay, thank you so much, Kanesh sir. So while I was inviting all up respected principal ma'am, sirs, so Binumon sir asked me, why are we being felicitated, or why are you using the word felicitation? So the reason why we are using the word felicitation is because all of you principals have done such an amazing job of creating such awareness of Indian education structured board here in Kuwait. And when we are communicating with your students from your schools, we feel very proud that these students are coming from your school. So thank you so much for your kind support. Today when we are launching this grand event, today we are having this grand event for the launch of our offline centers in Kuwait. Having you principal members, sirs, ma'ams by our side, it really feels very much motivational. Thank you so much. I would now like to invite Mr. Sheikh Abdul Rahman sir, Chairman ICSK Board, to please share some few words of wisdom.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Innova School. Thank you, welcome to Mr. 𝐾𝐍 𝐎𝐻𝐿 and his team. It's a huge team. Thank you. Welcome to Kuwait. Welcome to our principals, all the principals of other schools. And I congratulate Allen Overseas on this key important launch. In fact, this is one of the, means we have been working more than a year with Allen, and we understand the kind of efforts Allen has been putting in this coaching area for last so many years. The fact that you have 300,000 students as we speak goes to tell how big, how important institute is yours. So many years now, I am handling the Indian Community School 𝐕𝐞𝐧𝐿, and I have seen children passing out from 12th. They go and they join any engineering college in India, any medical college by paying a huge capitation fee. There is no opportunity that we have not been training children enough to get into the premier institutes by writing this coaching, the entrance examinations, JEE, NEET, and so many other coaching entrance examinations. So I think we have, by bringing in Allen here to Kuwait, this is a major step, and we will look forward in future years that many children from Kuwait gets into these premier institutes with our help. So I thank you, and I thank, and you are welcome in all our premises in Kuwait, Allen. And I thank our principals, the team of ICSK, for helping us in setting up this. And we look forward for a very, very good team, a very good, a teamwork in future. And thank you. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Your support from the very first day when we started the conversation regarding the offline launch for our center in Kuwait has been so motivating and inspiring. And it really feels so good that today, what we dreamed 4 months, 5 months ago, we have been able to do it in person in front of you with the support of all of you members. Thank you so much, sir. Next, I would like to invite Mr. 𝐾𝐍 𝐎𝐻𝐿 sir, Managing Director, Allen Overseas, to kindly share a few words of wisdom.
very warm welcome to all the parents and students. This is my first time addressing to all the parents and the student community in Kuwait. I missed the chance last year when we were here for the 𝐷 Success Carnival, but I feel very honored to see such support. I think we are 800 plus strong right now, and we didn't expect this when we were first imagined that we should be opening a center in Kuwait. Out of the 4 online centers, that we have been running over the last 3 years, we decided to go in 2, which is Oman and Kuwait. And the reason why we chose Kuwait, being a smaller geography than Saudi Arabia or Qatar, the reason was the last 3 years have been phenomenal when it comes to the performance of the students that they have shown. We have seen results that have outperformed the Indian counterparts. We have seen results who have outperformed in the tests that were designed for the toppers of these prestigious examinations. And that became the motivation behind the launch of our offline center in Kuwait. Now today, to all the enrolled students, you have your orientation session. Today you will learn how the system of 𝐴LN works, the system of academics, non-academics works for an offline center. But before we get on to that, and I'm sure you will, once you go from here, you will be very well informed and satisfied with the information that is being provided to you for the offline center. But before that, let me ask a very fundamental question to all of you. Why are you at 𝐴LN? Why are you here today? Anyone wants to? There's a strong light on me, so I can't see a lot of faces, but I can hear. Anyone? Yes. Yes, sir. No, definitely. I'm asking, why are you at 𝐴LN? Sorry? Okay. Anyone else? Okay. So, like sir rightly said, of course, you are here to prepare your ward for something he has set as a goal for himself or herself. Right? But more importantly, given this is our first year in Kuwait and you are at 𝐴LN because you have shown that trust, that faith, that promise in the system. You have shown that if there has to be an ecosystem which can provide best quality in academics for such a test prep, it has to be 𝐴LN. And that is the primary reason why you are here today. Now, though our program has not officially started yet in the classroom, and that is why I know that a lot of you must be having some sort of doubts. These doubts can range from what will be the timings of my classes, from there to even have I made the right decision to join 𝐴LN? Is this the right time to join such a coaching institute like 𝐴LN? Is it too early or is it too late? All such doubts, I'm pretty sure, must be there in some of your minds. Well, as we all know, that in the journey of life, we all are filled with self-doubts. And that is why we are here to clear all of them today. To answer the question that is it too late or too early, let me tell you a small story. And probably this should clear this doubt to the parents. When we started our Talent Pro program, and I'm sure by now you must be aware what is the Talent Pro program. It is the grade 8th to grade 10th or grade 6th to grade 10th offline classes. when we started our Talent Pro program back in 2010, we realized that we are 10 years late in starting this kind of a program. That means we realized that we should have started this back in 2001. And you know what made us realize that? The students who were with us from 2001 to 2010, as soon as they got to know that Alan has started something like this, they came to us and they said, through our, of course, alumni network, they said that, sir, why didn't you start this back in 2005 or 2004 or earlier, so that we could have performed much better joining much before. And that statement, that thought struck with us. See, we believe that the journey of reaching the ultimate goal of your career is a step process. It is not today you decide and in the next 3 months you will achieve what you want. Right? We all are alive, we all are fighting for our goals, and if the moment we decide that we want to fight, we will lose. But we have enough chances to lose. And that is where we decided that, okay, now even we are 10 years late, but we should really run through it. We should go deeper in India and we should realize this need, that there are a lot of students who want to start early in their career because they want to excel whenever they have to face that final exam of their career. And this answers the question of the parents that, is it early, too early for me? So let me tell you that we ourselves feel that when we started this, we felt really late. So for you, it should be out of question. The moment you realize that your ward has decided that he or she has to pursue a goal, you should carefully, sincerely, and with utmost diligence decide that what has to be the career path from that particular day. What has to be the learning path from that particular day. Can someone tell me what a career, what is the word career means, or how a career is made? Can just someone tell me that? Anyone? Okay. So for us, I'll tell you in a very simple manner. A career is made when, sorry? Someone from the crowd just said, no? Okay, sorry, maybe it's not just the light. By grooming, okay. So for us, career has a very simple definition. It is your potential should match the quality of academic ecosystem that you are getting. Your potential, and by potential, I just don't mean the academic potential. I mean the willingness, the discipline, the willpower you have. Potential for all these three values. See, fighting for a competition is not an easy thing. It is not just about good quality academics. You need to have the discipline to sit in for 4 hours in and out every day in a classroom for 2 years. That's how you crack an exam. You just don't crack an exam by having academic potential. So your willingness, discipline, right, and willpower should match the quality academics ecosystem that you are getting. And when that level matches, there is no career that you cannot have for yourself. Now the second question that comes is, how do I realize my potential? And if I have realized my potential, is it matching with the quality academics ecosystem that I am getting? And if it is not matching, what do I have to do? What should I do? Step by step, so that when that day comes, it matches. We at 𝐴𝐿EN Career Institute runs behind this philosophy. You might be thinking that, okay, today it is too early, maybe we should join after 1 year, maybe we should see how they perform in their first year, and maybe we should see others join the institute first, and we'll see how they are performing, and then we will decide the next year. That is your decision. You should take that. But do you think, and this is my question, what is the probability that you will not feel the same question next year? Suppose if today you are thinking that, this is the first year, I need to see how the 𝐴𝐿EN ecosystem is performing, how others are being benefited. I just need to see that, and maybe next year I'll take that decision. What is the probability that these set of questions will not come into your mind next year? You might be thinking, what if I enroll my ward or my child this year and he does not perform? He's not able to cope up. All these questions can come to your mind. Like I said, we are here today to solve all your doubts. Are you with me? Yes or no? Yes? Okay. So, how do we know that if today we decide that we just want to wait for 1 year, that will solve the doubt that, okay, now they are here for 1 year and maybe next year we can join our ward into their program. So my whole point is, there is absolutely the same probability that you will be having these set of questions the next year as well. So the point of being early or being late is not dependent upon the fact where others are joining us or not, or whether we are present here for the first time or the second time or the third time or the first year or the second year or the third year, right? It is irrespective of that, because you will be having those doubts every year, because it's, like I said, it's an academic journey. The bigger question is whether you should be deciding based on these assumptions. And to answer that, you should not. And I'm talking to parents. You should not. You might see our performance and others' performance in this year. Agreed. You might see that, and based on that you can decide. But what you will lose out on the fact that others who joined and decided that they want to move ahead in their academic journey are already 1 year ahead. Yes, they might have failed to cope up that, they might have failed to cope up that well. They might have faced some challenges, but at least during that 1 year, they faced that they have to face the challenges. So from the next year, they are already prepared for that. And for you, you have to start from that level. You have to start from that level where the others have already gone through. Everyone is in their own timeline, right? We say that my competition is with myself. I have to do better with myself. Absolutely fine. You should. But we should also understand one thing, that when the D-Day comes, when the day your ward has to write the exam, he has to perform the best that he has performed in the past, but he has to perform at par with his competitors. That can be the best for himself. I'm not saying that. That can be the best for himself, but it has to be at par with the competition, right? Am I right or no? And that is why the need to start early arises. The need to start right the moment you decide that I want to pursue engineering or medical or whatever. I'm not saying that you need to decide today that you have to go for engineering or medical. Don't get me wrong. But the moment you decide that you want to have a career in a particular field, that day your preparation starts. That very moment. And today, if you are here, I'm sure you have decided that you want to achieve something in life. If you are in 11th and 12th, you have decided for JEE or NEET. Or if you are in 8th to 10th, you have decided that you want to step by step build that capability so that when you are in 11th or 12th, you match that level of academic ecosystem that we are here to provide. The second doubt that comes to a lot of parents, and I'm sure this has been raised to us in the past as well, is that should we be focusing more on competition or, out of the box academic Olympiads or things like that, which is basically not related directly to their school curriculum, school examinations and all. This also is a major doubt to a lot of parents. See, before I answer that, let me tell you, we are called Allen Career Institute. Let's focus on the word career for 2 seconds. We are not called Allen tuition classes. We are not called Allen remedial classes, because we believe that in the journey of you making your career, your grades, your exams are just a byproduct. At the end of the day, when you write your exam for JEE, NEET, commerce, whatever, you want to crack that. At that time, you do not want to remember what I scored back in 9th, with so-and-so tuition, with so-and-so classes, with so-and-so teacher. No. You want to remember that I sat for JEE Advanced 2025 or 2024 or 2026, and I scored so-and-so marks and I cleared it with so-and-so rank. And that is the philosophy of Allen. That is why we are called Allen Career Institute. And that is the difference between us and any other classes that you are going or you have gone or you are willing to go. It depends on the goal you want to choose. We are here to commit you that your career journey has a byproduct, and that byproduct is your grades. Yes, we might not completely focus on your school exams or your school tests or something, and that is probably the reason why Allen as an ecosystem came to Kuwait. Because we know what value we want to bring out of you and what value we want to bring to you. So now, if you have decided that my career path and my career goal is set, then don't wait. Start. That is one. And second, think long term. Don't think short term. There was a teacher when I was a student who used to say that if you have decided a goal and your life is running smoothly, that means you are very far away from your goal. And that thing I want to communicate to you as well. That if you've decided and if your life is running smoothly, okay, that you're coming back at time and you're studying 1 hour, 2 hour every day, everything is going happily, then you are very far away from your goal. You need to put in that metal in your preparation for whatever you're preparing for, and start today. Now, for the more doubts that you have related to our academic program, Allen program, we will continue this orientation. I just wish all the very best for all the students who are starting their academic journey, this academic session with us. This year, you will see a lot of difference. Those who have enrolled before in the online program, now they are coming in the offline, you will see a major change. A change that you will realize not just in 1 year, But during the course of time, you will not see the change the next day you are in the classroom. You will see the change in your performance. Because we were also never online. We started online in 2020. It came as a blessing in disguise. We were always offline. And that's what we believed in. So whoever is starting their journey in the offline program with us this year, you will see that change. And I wish you all the very best for your future endeavors. And I just want to give one last message that hold tight. This is going to be a very interesting yet academically uplifting journey for you all. And this is the first time that you will be seeing something in Kuwait in terms of academic journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Keshav sir, for your kind words. In Kota, when we observe the ecosystem, we observe the working of our directors, we try to understand how we nurture the toppers from scratch. And to shed more light on the same, I would like to invite Mr. Abhishek Sharma sir, apologies, Academic Head and Mentor at Alan Overseas, 𝐀𝐋𝐿 sir, Academic Head, Kuwait. Sir.
Now, once we've set our minds that we want to achieve a goal, there has to be a pathway. So what's that pathway? We're going to talk about how exactly Alan as a system will help you achieve your goals. Okay. So let's say our academic journey starts today and what we as a system will provide. Next slide. Now, when we talk about a program, and as a student or as a parent, we always think that how is this program different than a program being delivered in India? So I'll give you just two words. Word number one, this is exactly what is delivered in Kota in our ecosystem. But again, we've tailored this program for our Gulf audience, for our Gulf students. So yes, we bring the same ecosystem of India, but it's going to be tailored for our students in Kuwait. Now next, doubt resolution. Abhishek sir?
Doubts are a very important process. Doubts come in a very basic process of learning. See, whenever you start doing something new, you would be facing challenges. The content that would be coming to you, that wouldn't be the kind of content that you have already studied. You are doing something new. So again, there would be doubts, and resolving these doubts is as important as a process as attending a class. Resolution of doubts, that should be done on the very same day or the next day before the next class, so that the learning is seamless. Over to you, sir.
Okay. Now, let's say I've understood that the program is tailored. I've understood that now I have to clear my doubts. The third part is, what are the resources available to me as a student? So we will be giving you the physical as well as the digital copy of our material. This will include the worksheets. This will include the modules, and plus you will get home assignments. Yes, those assignments will be discussed in the class. Yes, you can ask doubts from there. And yes, your teachers will be available to you. Moving forward. Sir?
As a part of learning, it's very important to keep things planned. You should always plan your day. You should always plan your week. You should always plan your month. And only in that particular area, when you are preparing for your goal, you would be achieve that goal. So, how do you plan? Sometimes you may plan it very impractically. You would be thinking that you would be able to solve 100 questions on a given day. You may solve that. Those 100 questions, those might be like what would be the value of 2 plus 3, what would be 3 minus 5. By solving those 100 questions, what would be your learning? Zero. So planning things like that I will be solving 100 questions, achieving that goal, that wouldn't be catering anything towards achievement of your goal. So the goal that you set for your day, that should be very practical. Now how do you do that? You should come to your teachers, you should come to your mentors as to how my day should look like. And then only your planning would be complete. So it's very important to stay in touch with your teachers and your mentors. Sir.
Okay, moving forward. Step-by-step feedback mechanism. Feedback in our system is not only for the student, it's also for the parent. So both students as well as the parents will get a feedback from us in terms of the performance of the students, if there is anything that a student is lacking, or we feel that he or she can do better. So there will be a periodic feedback from our side. Moving forward. Taught by Allen experts. So the idea is that anybody and most of your teachers who will be teaching you have come from our ecosystem, who worked in Allen, who worked in Kota, and have understood our system very well. So it's not going to be that we are not delivering the same input that we deliver in India. So that's exactly what we'll do. Moving forward. Part tests and major tests. So to put it in very simple words, part tests are something which is on a cluster of topics. So let's say I end up doing about 2-3 topics in the class. So that's a test, that's called a part test. The next one is a major test, so that's going to be a full-length test. So they normally happen at the end of the syllabus. And we will provide tests on both the areas. So once some topics in the class are done, there'll be a part test. And once the syllabus is done, there'll be a full test. But again, one very important word, competitive benchmarking. So you'll be gauged not only with your peers who are sitting in your class, you'll also be gauged across all our centers. You'll also be gauged across all the centers in India. That's the meaning of our competitive benchmarking. Moving forward, individual mentorship. So every student for us is very important. So we track the students on a one-to-one basis. Every particular batch is allocated a mentor who will take care of that batch. The parents, students, both can get in touch with that mentor and yes, discuss your performance with that batch mentor. Okay, myths. This is something we created from most of the questions we get as teachers from the parents, from the students. So this is something that we've created from your input that we get. Okay, the first one. Can we have the next slide? Yeah. Indian students in Middle East struggle to crack competitive exams. Abhishek sir.
From our experience, definitely not. The Gulf students that we have come across, they are either at par or even better than the students that we have back in India. And I would say that with some proofs later when I would be discussing the results, because it was a common thing that even we used to think about the students in the Gulf that these are very pampered children, which they actually are, and they wouldn't be able to handle that kind of pressure that their peers back in India handle. But we were wrong. When we came to the Gulf, when we came across the students from the Gulf, we found them to be equally hardworking and equally focused as their counterparts are in India. So definitely this is a myth that Indian students in the Middle East struggle to crack competitive exams. Once they have set their mind, they dedicate their entire energy into focusing upon their goal and they crack it. Sir.
Okay, moving forward. Next one. I'm also preparing for education abroad, so JEE and NEET preparation will not help me. I mean, many of us have that doubt. I'll give you 2-3 examples from my experience. There are many universities in the globe. Let's say, even if I pick up a university like Cambridge, or I pick up a university like National University of Singapore, especially for students who come with CBSE background and they want to do a degree in engineering or even want to do a degree in any of the applied sciences, whether it's even applied physics. Let's say I as a student apply to NUS and I've not given JE. And there is another student with me who's given JE. We both have same percentage in the school. Where do you think the chances of admission are higher? Now, the question that all of us will ask is, sir, how is JE connected with NUS? Internationally, IIT joint entrance exam is very well regarded for its rigor, for its difficulty, and is considered one of the toughest undergrad exam in the world. So what happens is that, let's say I as a student get a very good percentage in school and attach my JE scorecard with it. You have a far higher chances of getting into a dream college with an attached JE scorecard. I've seen that happening in NUS and I've seen that happening in Europe. I've seen that happening across the globe.
Definitely, sir. Even I would like to add that some goals are so worthy, it's glorious even to fail. And if you are very focused into something, you change your lifestyle for that, you change your thinking process for that. For preparing an exam like NEET or JE, definitely you have made some changes in your daily routine, you have made yourself more disciplined, and you have made yourself more goal-oriented, more output-oriented. So these are the skill set that you require to succeed in your career as well. So definitely, sir, if we are preparing for education abroad, JE or NEET preparation will help you. Definitely.
Okay, moving forward. I will need additional coaching for school exams. Absolute no, you don't. Whatever we teach in the class, whatever material is provided, whatever testing is provided, you absolutely need nothing else beyond what we do in the Allen ecosystem. That, I guess, answers the question for most of us. Sir?
We have been in the field for 35 years now, and we have separate teams for researching and development of our material. And what we have churned out of that process, that thing is itself in your hands now in the form of our material. So that in itself is holistic. That completes everything that you'll need for any kind of competitive exams that you are preparing for. So definitely you'll not need anything beyond those materials that you would be provided. Sir.
Okay, moving forward. I will have to buy additional resources to prepare for JE and NEET. Absolutely not needed. The testing, the modules, the class teaching, the home assignments, and even your class notes, that's much more than sufficient for an examination like JE. We've been doing that for over 3 decades, and we've seen that you need nothing more than that. And if there is anything needed, we will provide it from our end. So you don't have to buy anything, you don't have to take anything beyond what we do in the class. What is more important is that we focus first on what is given from the Allen side. Sir?
Definitely, students, I need a promise from you all this day that you would be doing things exactly the way your teachers are telling you to do in class. Don't think like that now that you have taken admission in Allen, things are done, you don't need to anything, just sit back, relax. No. This is the start of your struggle. Right from this day, you will have to struggle day in and day out. You will have to keep up with whatever things are being given to you in class, in terms of whatever lecture is being given to you, in terms of whatever homework is being given to you, in terms of whatever the tests that we would be taking that you need to prepare for. You need to give your inputs day in and day out on exactly all the things that your teachers, your mentors are telling you to do in class. And if you are doing that, definitely you don't have to buy anything else. You just need to follow whatever is being told to you and things will be sorted out. Sir.
Okay, next one. When in confusion about medical and engineering career options, better to opt for both bio and math in 11th standard. I really like this one. Now, this is a very common myth that most of the parents and most of the students think, that I'm not sure about like bio and maths. Let me take both of them. I'll give you two different scenarios on this. Let's say I'm a maths student and I've taken bio and I'm trying to prepare for an examination like JEE. Makes sense to all of us. It doesn't to me as a teacher. Why? One of the examinations in JEE which has maximum coverage in terms of the syllabus is maths. Now, in a NEET examination, which is the medical examination for India, the syllabus which has maximum coverage is bio. You've taken both the examinations or both the subjects which have maximum coverage. So, what will happen is, we'll not be able to focus on the areas like PCM if you are preparing for a JEE examination because of that additional workload of bio. And very similar happens if I'm preparing for NEET and I have maths to carry along. But last one word of caution, there are some students who are preparing for some of the universities in Europe. For them, there is a requirement that you need to take maths as a subject even when you're doing a degree in medicine. So if that's the case and that's the goal, then I agree with that. But that's on a very case-to-case basis. But on a blanket question, I would certainly say, try and avoid that. Sir?
So students, stay tuned. We do carry our sessions when you are in grade 10, when you are deciding what subjects you need to opt for grade 11. We will not make that decision for you. That decision will be yours only. But the mentors, they would be giving you exact information that you are seeking, whatever you decide for. See, we have a quote in Hindi. Again, that decision of taking both, that depends on a case-specific basis, as sir has said. But then, majority of the students that we come across, they are thinking like, agar engineer nahi bane, to doctor ban jayenge. It shouldn't be like that, one thing. Second thing, I'll again quote something from Hindi. Duvidha mein dono gaye, maya mili na ram. So it's like riding two boats simultaneously. And if you do that, definitely something or the other may go wrong. So make a very informed decision. This is a very crucial decision and make it very informed. Sir.
Okay, the next one. Our child should first focus on their board exams and then competitive exams. Very common questions from many of our parents, many of the students. That's, sir, should I focus on school exams first and then the competitive exams? I have a question. How is the competitive exam built? What is that foundation on which that competitive exam, like joint entrance examination or NEET, is built on? What is that foundation? That's your school syllabus. You cannot excel in any of the competitive exams if you're not comfortable with your school syllabus. It's not going to work. So, do I have to prepare for school additionally? Absolutely no, it's not needed. Because when you're preparing for an examination like a medical entrance examination or JEE, you're also preparing for school. And we start from a grassroots level or a basic level and take you to the JEE level. So do you need to prepare for school separately? Absolutely not needed. It's already covered in that. Sir?
I'll ask the students sitting over here who are preparing for JEE or for NEET. They do understand and they have been told many a times by their teachers that NCERT is a very important book if you are preparing for NEET. NCERT is a very important book if you are preparing for JEE. NCERT, physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology, all the books, you need to solve them up cover to cover if in case you are preparing for NEET or JEE. So again, NCERT is the basis of school exams. So if you are preparing for your school exams, definitely you are creating a base for yourself for a competitive exam like NEET or JEE. So it's just a balancing act, and we'll just demonstrate that in a short while, that if you are doing good in your school exams, you can simultaneously do very good in your competitive exams as well. Sir.
Okay. The last one. I should send my ward to India for the preparation of competitive exams. No, absolutely not needed. That's why we are here. we will bring our entire ecosystem, our learning of more than 3 decades, and will tailor it, will make it simpler for you. You don't have to go to India. I'll share a little experience of mine with something that has happened in the past. So I've seen some of my students making this mistake, and when they go back to India, there is a lot of mismatch in terms, number one, the academics, number two, in terms of getting settled in a very different ecosystem or a very different place. And when you're not very stable or you're not very comfortable, you know what's the first thing that takes the hit? Your academics. So when that takes a hit, after some time, you'll start feeling that your performance starts going down. So stay where you are. You don't have to go there. We are already in your city. Okay, sir, anything?
Nothing much, sir, to add. Just one thing. What we have created for the last 35 years, that has come from the trust that we had from the parents. So my dear parents, you don't need to send your child back to India. We have sent some of our best faculties from India to Kuwait for your children. Trust us.
Thank you so much, Abhishek sir. Moving forward, this specific section was put into this presentation because of the request from many parents. Moving forward, keeping in mind the timeline issue as well, we will just cover up the careers in sciences, then what is our plan for the whole academic year, and after that we'll have a small surprise for all the budding aspirants.
Okay, very brief on career in science. We'll also hold these seminars in detail, and we'll come to you and to your school and hold these sessions and seminars, and we'll discuss and have a cross-questioning also in this. This is very brief idea about the careers in science. Okay. Why do I choose science as a career? Just very briefly, if I understand, I'm a mechanical engineer and I teach maths. So what I learned is that science teaches you creativity. So normally when I hear creativity as a person, I think that creativity is mostly with the artists. But that's not true. It teaches you in understanding a problem, applying a different solution method, and being able to structure your thought process in such a way that if this doesn't work, maybe I can work from this direction. So all that learning comes when you're actually working out your questions in your notebook. So all this, if I go point by point, it helps in improving your attitude and aptitude towards a subject and towards the life in general. And secondly, real world problems, I've already discussed that science helps you in understanding, framing, reframing your responses to the problems that you face in real life. And beyond that also, the academics will help you in terms, let's say for example, I end up taking maths as a subject and end up doing a graduation. My physics and chemistry learning will also help me understand maths as a subject. Scientific progress is crucial to future. I guess that's very self-evident. I don't have to add anything to it. What I'll say in the last is that it also helps if I end up being a doctor or I end up being, let's say for example, a psychologist. It helps us in serving the society in general also. It's a very flexible career choice. I'm standing in front, I'm a mechanical engineer. Abhishek sir is also a mechanical engineer. We are both mathematics teachers. And Shubham sir is also an engineer. So 3 of us, you can see on stage how flexible is this as a career. Okay, moving forward. These are some of the Olympiads that we cover and we'll talk about in detail in our classes also from class 8 to 10. Some of them are international Olympiads. So just to make it simple for you, Olympiads are in science and in maths. Some of them are national levels, some of them are international levels. Moving forward. I'll talk very briefly about medical. Next slide. These are some of the fields you might have heard for our young budding aspirants when you go with your parents to a hospital that I see these names, pulmonology, gastroenterology, optometry. So these are different types and these are different I would say super specializations in becoming a doctor. So there are many such specializations that a student can think when he or she takes up medicine as a career. Now, career prospects. So these are some of the areas where we feel that doctors can work. So number one is as a civil medical servant. The second is Indian Civil Services. Many of my friends also who are doctors have ended up in Indian Civil Services. Some of them end up working in high-end research facilities. Some of them end up in creating vaccines also. And some of them end up in working with the corporate hospitals. Moving forward. A little about NEET. So NEET is like a single window examination. If I want to go to India and do my MBBS, which in very simple words is a graduation in medicine and in surgery. So for this examination, I'll just give you 3-4 words. This is an MCQ based paper, or in simple words, an objective paper. And that is for the entry to any and every medical college in India. What is it for? This is for, I've written in the last, for medical, for dental, for Ayush, for veterinary sciences, for many other courses in India. We'll talk in detail about them when we talk in a seminar structured around NEET. So these are the areas we'll talk when we are actually talking about NEET as an examination in medicine as a career. The available degrees, time management, what's the difference, and what's MBBS and BDS seat matrix, different kinds of quotas, that is the All India quota and state quota, rank-wise colleges for medicine, and the list of AIIMS, the best of the best colleges in India for medicine. Moving forward, engineering. So what I understand is at my time it just used to be civil, mechanical, electrical, computer science and electronics, and many of your parents who've done engineering would agree with me that our times didn't have courses like mechatronics, didn't have applied mechatronics and machine learning as a BTech. So all these we used to study as subjects. So all those subjects, because as aspirants want to do that specialization a little early on, so these subjects turned into full-fledged degrees. So it started more from West first, and slowly and steadily it's coming back to the India. So just to name a few, some of the some of the newer fields look like pulp and paper engineering, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and cryptography and whatnot. Moving forward. The career prospects, I think 3 of us are standing in front of you. You can understand the career prospect number 1. And you can prepare for civil services. You can also work in Indian engineering services. This is for the government departments. You can also start your own venture, very common. Most of the engineers end up starting their own ventures. Banking jobs, railway jobs, corporate jobs, software, and above and beyond, some of them end up doing a business administration degree where they also work as number crunchers in companies like Goldman Sachs or companies like wherein you're working for the, let's say, stock market. Moving forward. So I've thought about doing, let's say, engineering. What examination should I give? So the examination is called Joint Entrance Examination, Mains. There are 2 examinations. First is Joint Entrance Examination, Mains. The second is Joint Entrance Examination, Advanced. So JEE Mains is also an objective paper. We'll talk about the structure of it a little later. This is for the admission to NITs, which is National Institute of Technologies, government-funded colleges, state colleges, and also the first step of getting into the most prestigious colleges in India and across the globe called IITs. So this is the first step. But for IITs, you have to give the second step also. Moving forward. So these are the things we'll touch upon once we have a session tailored only for our engineering aspirants. So we'll talk about available degrees, time management, JEE 22-23, I mean, what changed from the previous years? Mains paper pattern. We'll also have a discussion, detailed discussion on what's a JEE advanced paper. We'll also talk about the paper Patterns of JEE, NRI quota. We all want to know, we will talk, don't worry, but it has a very fancy name called DASA and CIWG. Some of the prominent and the best engineering colleges in India. Now, IIT is also coming to you, so we'll talk about the offshore IITs also. Moving forward. Now, what would be the course commencement dates? Let's talk about that. The first one, I'll talk about the ICSK Senior School Salmiya Center first. So for grade 8, it's going to be 17th April. And from grade 8 to grade 12, we'll start from 17th April. We will share the detailed schedule with you on our app also, and will be communicated to all of you also through emails. Now, the weekend batches at Innova will start from 27th, and from grade 8 to grade 12 will start from 27th itself. What kind of classes, how many classes, we'll talk in the next slide. The next slide, please. Okay, this is a regular schedule. I'm first talking from 24th April, not the coming week. So from 24th April, for our 8th, 9th and 10th students, there are going to be 60 minutes, 2 classes, starting from 4, ending at 6:10. Abhishek sir?
Dear parents and students, please carefully note that this is the schedule that would be followed from the next week, 24th. That too for Salmiya Center. For the coming week, this week, 17th onwards, we would be showing that separately. This is after we have Eid. Okay, so just take a look at whichever grade you are, and the class timings. Carefully note that the duration of class, the number of classes that you would be having in those days. Okay. This is very important, and this information would as well be available on your 𝐿𝑁 digital platform, our 𝐿𝑁 Overseas digital platform that you would have been informed from. Okay, sir.
Okay, so if I talk about 11th and 12th, then you'll have classes starting from 4 and ending at 8:50. You'll have 3 classes of 1.5 hours each. So class 8 to 10 will have 2 classes of 60 minutes each. Our 11th and 12th, whether it's JEE, whether it's NEET, you'll have 90 minutes classes, 3 classes in a day. And the days would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for 11th and 12th. But for our 8th, 9th and 10th, we'll add Thursday more, because you'll have just 2 classes. That's the reason. Okay, the next one. So at Innova, the classes will start from 27th April. And the classes 1 will be held on Thursday, Friday and Saturday. The Thursday is only earmarked for our 11th and 12th. You'll not have any 8, 9, 10th classes that day. What is the duration and length? It's exactly identical. So it's going to be 1.5 hours or 90 minutes classes, which will happen from 4 o'clock to 8:50 on Thursday. But Friday and Saturday, we've just pushed it a little up. So it's going to start from 2 o'clock when it'll end on 6:50. This is for 11th and 12th. For our 8th, 9th and 10th, the classes will be from 2 to 6:50. The classes will be 90 minutes each. And you'll have 3 classes. So I'll repeat, at the Innova school, the 11th and 12th will have classes on 3 days, 90 minutes each, starting at 4 on Thursday. Rest of the days will be from 2 o'clock. Then for Friday and Saturday, our 8th, 9th and 10th will have 3 classes, 1.5 hours each, and will start at 2 o'clock. Okay, moving forward. Now what happens in the next week? That is till 23rd April. So the classes, being a weekday batch, will happen at Salmiya Center or ICSK. And I'll first talk about 8th, 9th and 10th. This is our first week. So we've kept a lighter load. So you'll have 1 class in class 8th, starting at 4:30 to 5:20. 1 class, 50 minutes. Then for 9th, we'll have again 1 class, starting at 3:30 to 4:30. So only one class. Then from 10th, there'll be 2 classes, 50 minutes each, and we'll start at 3:30 and we wrap things up at 5:20 so that you can go back home right on time. So it won't be difficult. But this is our first week and we are trying to keep the load a little light for most of you. So you'll have just 2 classes. But this is only applicable for this week. From next week onwards, we'll have a regular timetable. So this is just for 1 week. Okay, moving forward. Shubhamji.
All the students, can I have the volume increase please for the mic? So for all the students who have enrolled for the year and who have opted for the transport services, we have our transport vendors who are available on this contact numbers. They've already dropped the messages to all the parents that are trying to establish a personal contact. Please take a screenshot or a picture of this snap. And if you have not communicated yet with this transport providers, please do get in touch with them at the earliest.
Okay, thank you. Now, results. Abhishek sir.
Sir has already told that we both are coming from engineering backgrounds and we both teach mathematics. And for mathematicians, numbers play a very important role. Don't worry, I'll not bore you with all these statistics and all these photographs of children. But I would be telling you some very important observations that we have made, and they would be very important in your decision making as well. Before that, from one point that sir has told you that we would be providing you very specific information about all the exams, the latest trends that are there in education, everything. I want you all, firstly, I don't want you all to have some kind of screen time. Too much of anything is very bad. Ati sarvatra varjayet, as they say in Sanskrit. So you should cut down your screen time, but then whatever time you have, you should also subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we would be sharing certain information about all these sessions on our YouTube channel as well. We also provide these kinds of information in terms of our blogs, on our blogs that we have on our website. So just follow all those things so that you are always updated with the kind of information that is there whenever it's released. Okay, so coming to our results, as we have already told you, we have a strong legacy, we have a very strong foundation, and we have been able to pull off something which is very difficult for any other institute that is there in India, preparing students for 2 of the most difficult competitive exams that are there. One being j-EE, the other one being NEET. NEET exam in itself, you can think about the kind of competitiveness that is out there from the fact that 21 lakh students have filled the form for NEET this year. 21 lakh students. And you can always cut down to the information that how many of them would be successful in getting an admission for a medical seat back in India. So with that kind of competitiveness, what we have been able to pull off is 18 times we have been able to secure All India Rank 1 in these competitive exams, which is a very, very big thing to achieve for any institute out there. And we have the specialization in both of these coming from the fact that 3 times in 2014, 16 and 2019, we have secured rank 1 simultaneously in NEET as well as j-EE, which is again a record which is unbroken. And if in case it will be broken, it will be broken by us. So we have that kind of specialization. But how is it relevant for our overseas student? As we have already told you, from the very first year that we had the privilege of teaching these overseas students coming to Gulf. And in the very first year we had Gauri Sankaran, who became the female overseas topper for j-EE mains. She secured 99.46 percentile. And we also had Smith. Both of these students have done very good in their board exams as well. They both have secured around 98% marks in their 12th board exam as well, something that their counterparts back in India were not able to achieve. So I have told you now that there was this myth that the students, they would not be able to perform good in their school exams if they are preparing for j-EE or NEET. These are the kind of students that we had who have performed very good in the competitive exam and their board exam simultaneously. They did the things, they balanced out things so well that even we were amazed how can children achieve this kind of feat, something which is an unimaginable thing for students back in India. Both of them are studying in NITs with CS branch. Gauri is in NIT Trichy and Smith is in NIT Suratkal. Something which is a big thing for students in Gulf. Getting admissions into these kind of colleges, this is a very big thing. Now, as I have told you, we have already outdone ourselves. That was the past year's result. This year, we have outdone ourselves. This year, we have 𝐀𝐻𝐿 who has secured 99.57 percentile. Gauri had 99.46. 𝐀𝐻𝐿 has secured 99.57 and we have outdone ourselves in the very first January attempt of JEE Mains. The April attempt results, they are awaited and definitely we will be outdoing this result as well. So this is the kind of students that we are getting from overseas. It is a very, very impactful result. Some of the students, we have Ethan from Kuwait, we have Asmi from Kuwait, and they are, Asmi I don't think she is coming, she is here in the event, but Ethan is there, Dogi is here, so in the event. So these students, they have done very good thing. 5 of these students have secured more than 99 percentile. 18 of these students are from UAE. These are 28 students over here, 28 students who have secured more than 90 percentile. 18 of these students are from UAE. Now, how does that matter? That matters because UAE is our physical center. That is the difference that is created when we have an offline center, and that is the kind of result that we expect from Kuwait. So are you ready? Are you ready? And from that fact, I would also tell you, from the student lot that we have from Kuwait, we have some hidden gems. And in the very next session that we would be having here, we would be introducing you to those gems. We would not showcase them right now because their result, we want their result to speak for themselves. We have some very good students from Kuwait. So this year's April attempt results we have Ethan, we have Asmi, we have Dogi, we have Parvati. And these students, I am very sure they would do very good in this April attempt and in JEE Advanced exam as well. So their result is awaited. Thank you so much for having this audience on this results. We have so many things that the students have achieved in Olympiads as well. I'll not bore you with that data, but then this is the kind of thing that we have with our offline centers. We'll be able to achieve a lot more what these students have achieved in an online mode. So that is the reason we have come down to Kuwait. Sir.
Thank you so much,
Sure.
Kanishk sir, Abhishek sir.
Thank you.
So in the very start of the session, we mentioned about an exam called as 𝐷𝐿𝑒𝑛𝑇X exam. And this 𝐷𝐿𝑒nTEX exam is one of the biggest opportunities that Allen Career Institute offers every year. Similarly, we have Allen Career Institute Overseas, which launches its 𝐷𝐿ENTEX examination every year during the period of October and November. And with the help of these scholarship examinations, the students can achieve scholarships up to 90%. Along with that, in addition to that, we have cash awardees present here amongst us. So without further waiting, considering the time shortage as well, I would like to invite Keshav Maheshwari sir, Kanishk sir, Abhishek sir to kindly felicitate all the cash awardees and our achievers who have received good performances, who have shown significantly good performances in the 𝐷𝐿ENTEX examination. Sir.
Okay, so I am now going to announce the names of the students who have performed exceptionally well and who are eligible for cash rewards for the Talent-X that was held in November 2022. Before I announce, I would like to ask Kanishk sir and Abhishek sir to please be on the center of the stage and felicitate with the students. Can we have the music, please? I am now going to announce the names. The first name is Fida Ansi from Indian Education School, Bhavans. Fida, are you here? Okay. The next name is 𝐻𝐻𝐿 Patil, Indian Education School, Bhavans. She's here. Can we have a huge round of applause? We can play the music, but a little lesser continuously. That's fine. 𝐻𝐻𝐿 has performed really well in Talent-X 2022, and she's being awarded with a medal and cash reward from Alan Overseas Kuwait. Next we have Arnav Diwan from FEPS. Arnav is here. Can we have a huge round of applause? Talent-X 2022, we had more than 4,000 students, 5,000 students in fact, from Kuwait who wrote the exam, and these are the gems who have outperformed all these students and have secured the top ranks. Congratulations, Arnav, for your feat. Next, we have Bhavya Manchanda from FEPS. Can we have the music? Bhavya is again a cash award winner from FEPS. Congratulations, Bhavya. Next is Shivangi Das from FEPS. Shivangi, she's here. Another performer from Talent-X Overseas 2022. Congratulations, Shivangi, for your feat. This is just the stepping stone. She has a lot to achieve. All of the students have a lot to achieve. Next is Ayman Mohammed from ICSK Khaitan. He is coming from the back. This year we are awarding them from our two legendary teachers. The next session we promise that the faculty team that is already present here, they would be the star teachers for all these students and they would be felicitating the students. Congratulations, Ayman. Next is Arifa Mehdi Hassan Magarwala from Indian English Academy School. She's here. Arifa being presented with ceremonial cash reward. Next is Farhan Al-Zayed from Indian Central School. Farhan has been with us for the last 2 years or 3 years? 3 years. And he's starting his 4th year with Alan Overseas in Kuwait. Congratulations, Farhan, for your feat in Talent-X. Next we have Guntu Sai Charan Akshat from FEPS. We also have the principals from all these schools, and I would really like to thank all of you sirs for motivating these students to write the exam. Like I always say, the talent from students that we get in Gulf is something phenomenal. They have the ability to outperform their Indian counterparts as well. Next we have Devaria Paul from New Gulf Indian School. Devaria. Congratulations Devaria for your feat. Which grade are you in? Which grade are you in? 6th. He's in grade 6. So you wrote Talent X in grade 5th, right? Okay, congratulations. Congratulations, Devaria. Next is Anusha Raj from New Gulf Indian School. Anusha, congratulations. One thing you must be seeing, all the parents, that we had participation in Talent X from across the schools of Kuwait. Congratulations, Anusha. Next time we'll also have some parents to identify the songs that are being played and sing for us. Next is Ruth Ashish Chaudhary, Smart Indian School. To all the students who are watching, Talent X will be coming this year again, and you have the opportunity to perform, achieve, and be an example to all the students who are studying in younger grades in your school. Congratulations, Ruth. Next is Abida Rafiq from ICSK Senior. Congratulations, Abida. Next we have Malvika Vinod from ICSK Khaitan, again a cash award winner for Talent X Overseas. And last but not the least, Arnav Rai from FEPS. Congratulations, Arnav. These are the students for the grade 6 to 10. And this year also, we'll be extending Talent X for similar grades. And now, congratulations, Arnav. And now, I would like to call the star performers of Kuwait. I would like to invite Ashmi Chaudhary. Okay, Ashmi is not present with us. Okay. Then, Dugi. Is she here?
Dugi is here.
Okay.
Dugi? He's coming.
He's coming. And Ethan Bobby. Parents, give a huge round of applause for these students. These are the students who have proved that they have the mettle, that it's not just Indians who are residing in India, but the Indians who are residing in Middle East, they also can crack the Indian competitive exams. Ethan and Dugi, please. Congratulations. Your April attempt is due, by the way. So don't get excited.
They will also be fighting for the prestigious JEE Advanced exam. Sir. They have been mentored by Abhishek Sharma sir, and now Ganesh sir has joined hands.
So Ethan and Dugi, as I have told you, we have our star performers. They have been here in Kuwait for years and they prepared for their JEE Mains exam and they have done so good. And for April attempt for JEE Advanced, we are very thrilled as to what their performance would be. But they can for sure provide some guidance for all the students, for all the parents that are here, whose children are targeting the kind of exams that they are doing. So, first question from you, Ethan. Please, in a few words, summarize as to what your experience has been from Ellen Overseas and what kind of advice that you have for all the students that we have here.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ethan Bobby. Okay, so I joined Allen in grade 11. It was right after I was part of the COVID batch of grade 10 in 2020. So our board exams got cancelled. So our school gave us 1 week to rejoin classes in grade 11. So I was quickly searching for a good coaching center to do distance learning. And I wanted one that did it preferably online because I didn't want to go to India. So I looked at a few websites and one name that kept on appearing was Allen, okay, on the top of a list. So I went to their website along with a few other coaching centers' website. And one thing impressed me about Allen, the structure and detail in their website. It was really impressive. So I showed it to my father, and even he was visibly impressed, and he said, "Would you like to join it?" I said, "Sure, why not?" So with that, I joined it, the coaching center online program in 2021 in March. And in the beginning, it was the system was new. It was online. 3 hours I needed to sit in front of a laptop. But even though as the weeks passed by, a routine set in, and it became much more manageable. And as Sir said, a piece of advice to all the budding aspirants: the effort that you put in now will not go wasted. I can promise you that. Everyone who has put in effort this year has been rewarded, and so will you. Thank you.
My question from Dugi. Dugi, if you get an opportunity to go back in time, and like you have just done your 10th standard, so what advice do you have for students who are in grade 10, who would be coming in grade 11, as to how should they plan their time in grades 11th and 12th so that they succeed in their exams?
Very warm good evening to one and all present here. As Sir said, how to manage time. We both used to go to school, so by the time we reach home, it's around 2 p.m. and our classes start around 3:50. So in that time, we could relax and then listen to our classes properly. After that, we could spend time with our family. We could even play or even do some extracurricular activities. After spending some time with our family, then we can go back to our studies, doing our school work and completing the Allen homework. It is not that hard. It is the age to work hard. We should not give up at any stage and always maintain consistency. I was very regular in classes, which helped me to reach this goal.
Such good words of wisdom at this age. So good, so nice. So this is it, children. It's all about balancing the act. It's all about balancing the time that you have between your school and between the classes. Do good, and that's it.
May I
Thank
ask
you so
one
much.
question, Abhishek
Sure,
sir,
sure.
from Ethan?
Yeah.
I guess most of the parents want to ask, how do you or how can you balance the school studies with Allen studies?
Sure, sir. So, like I said, I joined in 2021, and at that time, in my education, school was online, and so was Allen. So in the morning we had Alan online classes, and in the evening we had school online classes. So there was not much of a clash, and I was able to attend it peacefully. But all that changed in September 2021 when school went back offline. So we had to return to campus. And at this moment, initially in the first few days, it was very new because I had very little time after school to get ready for Alan classes. But even that, with time, became easier. As the weeks go by, you yourself will find ways to save time. And one good thing about Allen classes was they gave breaks during their classes, 10-minute breaks to freshen up yourself. So there was not much of time problems, as you would say. You would not get tired that easily after doing your Allen classes. One more thing, you don't have to spend extra time on studying for school exams because Allen modules are exhaustive. They finish the whole syllabus of school, and you don't have to even buy extra books. This is what I personally followed. So I really appreciate the Allen system, and I thank my teachers for taking this journey with me.
Thank you so much, both of you.
Children, one thing is that this is the dilemma of so many parents and so many students, please, that they are very confused between what is being done in school and what is being done at Allen, and there is always a mismatch. There would be, obviously, there would be. So what these children do, wherever they study the topic first, that becomes their primary, and afterwards, wherever that topic comes up, they take it as revision. Suppose you have a topic X that is being taught in the school first, and when that topic X is being taught in Allen classes, these children would have had a foundation of that topic, and they would be taking that topic as a revision in Allen classes, and they would be building upon that topic. Similarly, if a topic is being taught at Allen first, then in school they would be revising that topic, and that is the kind of smart study, smart work that is expected out of you all. If you are trying to find that Allen should teach the topic first, then that topic should come in school, then there is some kind of mismatch, and their mismatch, that would always be a problem for you. If you take things like revision, wherever they are being taken later, then things would be balanced out well, right? So, thank you so much, sir. Keshav,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you, Ethan, and thank you, Dugi, and thank you, sirs. Now, the last question which all of us have in mind. Who is going to teach us, right? With a huge round of applause, and this is the first time that the best of the best teachers from the largest organization of India have come to Kuwait. May I request all the faculty members to come on the stage, and apart from that, all the Allen team members to be on the stage, please. Can we have some music, please? Thank you, sir. Please. Parents and students, we are introducing you to our academic team of Kuwait. All of them, almost all of them are here, and as we speak, some of them are on their way. You will have a full suit of JEE, NEET, and the Talent Pro, which is grade 8 to 10th stream in Kuwait, present here. Give them a huge round of applause. They are here for you. And on everyone's behalf on the stage, I promise you that being the first time in Kuwait, we will still leave no stone unturned for you to become the best version of yourself, not just academically, because like I said, career is not just about academics. It is about discipline, willpower, and willingness. So thank you so much. Give a huge round of applause for your faculty team who is here today. And they will be teaching you, mentoring you throughout your academic year. And they are the first set, many more to come. Wishing you all the very best. Thank you so much. This is Allen Overseas. We are in Kuwait. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming to Kuwait. All the best.
We are open for interaction with the faculty team and our team. You can
Yes.
come down and meet us.
Thank you to all the parents,
Director sirs, UDs, trustee members, thank you so much for your presence. It means a lot to have such a solid support at our back. Thank you everyone. In case if you have any questions, please reach out to your concerned counselors. We have Chetan Sharma sir, we have Himanshu sir. These members will be surely assisting you throughout.